To disconnect the battery, you just want to flip the unit over and remove the screws from the bottom cover. Once all the screws are out, you can remove the bottom cover. And disconnect the battery from the motherboard. We disconnect the battery to prevent any shortages to the LCD or the motherboard. So now that the battery is disconnected, you can unscrew all of the screws that is holding the motherboard in. And you want to be careful when handling a motherboard and make sure that you're grounded so that no static electricity causes damage to the board. Now that all the screws are out, you can start disconnecting all of the cables and wires from the board. So you can disconnect the Wi-Fi cables and the LCD cable. You can disconnect the speakers, the touchpad ribbon, and the two USB ribbons. Once everything is disconnected, you can open the unit up just a little bit to open the hinges and carefully remove the motherboard. The keyboard ribbon is going to be connected on the back side of the motherboard. Now you can grab your new motherboard and start putting it back in by reconnecting the keyboard ribbon. Once the keyboard ribbon is connected, you can carefully place the motherboard back into the palm rest. Make sure there's no cables or wires underneath of the board. Now that the motherboard is back into place, you can close the hinge back down onto it and reconnect everything except for the battery. So you can reconnect the LCD cable, the speakers, the touchpad ribbon, the 2 USB ribbons, and the Wi-Fi cables, making sure that the dark side gets connected by the dark arrow and the white one gets connected by the white arrow. Now that everything but the battery is reconnected, you can put all of the screws back in. Now you can reconnect the battery cable to the motherboard. And put the bottom cover back on. And then you can put the screws back into the bottom cover. To verify that the replacement was successful, you can take your AC and plug the unit in, and then open the unit up. If the unit turns on, that means the replacement was successful. And if you want to double check to make sure that your battery is working properly, you can unplug the unit, and if it stays on, then that means the battery is working. So then you can shut the unit off.